Who do y'all think would win? KSI or Mr. Jake Paul? Um, yeah, Michael Benson, who writes for Talksport.com. If you follow him on social media, he recently quoted KSI saying, and I quote, he said, "I'm going to fight Jake Paul. I want to fight Jake. There's a part inside of me that feels like I need to fuck him up. I know it's gonna be harder than Logan, but I'm gonna knock him out. Jake is still thriving and it pisses me off. Soon I will be the one to end this all." End quote. Um, yeah, YouTube boxing, man. YouTube boxing. I gotta say, man, YouTube boxing is really getting a lot of attention. Whether you love it or not, it's getting attention, whether it's good or bad. Jake Paul and KSI, they've delivered some pretty entertaining fights. Obviously, with KSI, only one fight. If you guys don't know, he has a record of 1-0 as a professional boxer when he defeated Logan Paul back in November of 2019. And as for Jake Paul, he's now 3-0 with three wins coming by way of knockout TKO, defeating Addison Gibb, Nate Robinson, and Mr. Ben Askren. And in a fight between KSI and Jake Paul, let's say this happens next year, because it seems like they're just waiting on COVID. That's what it looks like. You know, COVID has affected everybody's lives, mainly bad, and with COVID restrictions going on, fans are not allowed at the moment, but things are opening up. I mean, the South is pretty much opened up. Nobody's really giving a crap about COVID over there in the South, even though people are still dying and getting sick. Um, soon, next thing you know, we'll have full crowds back in the arenas, and I think that's when this fight will happen. I think Triller or the Zone will probably pick it up. Who knows? Most likely Triller. I mean, I think Triller would invest a hell lot of money for this fight to happen on Fight TV. Um, with all that concert and all that. Um, and I think there's a very good chance that we might see it most likely at the end of the year, probably, or early next year. And I think KSI, I don't really watch that much KSI videos, but the last time I watched a KSI video, he looked pretty good. He looked like he's still in shape. So I'm assuming he's still keeping in shape, and getting ready for this fight, because it has to happen. I feel like this probably might be the last big YouTube fight if it happens. I mean, I know there's Logan Paul too, who will most likely fight Floyd Mayweather. Who knows if that will actually happen too? Um, but I think with Jake Paul, with his arrogance, if he loses to KSI, I think it will be the end of YouTube boxing. I feel like, but to be honest, I don't think so. I don't think he can lose. If they were to fight later this year or next year, I honestly think Jake Paul would beat KSI. I think Jake Paul, if you watch his fights when he fought Nate Robinson and Ben Askren, and if you see him train, he actually has decent boxing skills compared to KSI, who just throws wild punches. Jake Paul seems more comfortable in there, using the jab, picking his shots, following up with his punches. I feel like Jake Paul would probably knock out KSI. To be honest, I mean, I know a lot of people hate Jake Paul. A lot of people would love to see him lose, but I can't see KSI beating him. I can't see it. But this fight would definitely do big numbers. I think this fight, even a lot of boxing fans hate celebrity fights, but at the end of the day, the way I look at it, it's still boxing. People, it's still the sport of boxing. Yes, it's more entertainment, but in the end, you're attracting more eyes to the sport of boxing, where sometimes good, sometimes bad, but at least hopefully it will attract some fans to get more into the sport of boxing and to learn more about it, and hopefully be a fan of the sport. And I think Jake Paul and KSI at least brings more eyes to the sport of boxing. Because honestly, I talk to people who knows nothing about boxing except these YouTubers, and I'm trying to convince them to get more into the sport, learn more about it, and I hope more people actually learn about the sport watching KSI and Jake Paul, learning about um, how to throw a punch, learning about the other fighters, learning about the different weight divisions. You know what I mean? But anyway, um, yeah, if I had to pick a fight, I mean a winner between the two right now, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely Jake Paul. I don't think KSI will be fighting anybody else until he fights Jake Paul. Um, and I think, and it seems to me also another thing too. Jake Paul seems like he's out there to actually prove people wrong. He wants to prove people wrong, and he wants to shut up all the haters. And he has a lot of haters. Um, so he has that motivation going for him. And I don't know, man. I mean, watching his fight against Logan Paul, he's gonna get knocked out in this fight against Jake Paul. Anyway, I think I rambled long enough. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you guys think would win if they were to fight this year, or like later this year or early next year? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.